What's up everybody, welcome to yet another one of my videos. Now today we're going to be talking about marriage. I classify marriage in two categories, especially when we're talking about it from the perspective of men. There's marriage out of necessity, and then there is marriage out of abundance. Now the problem comes in when you try to apply the principles for one type of marriage on the other, but I'm going to define the two. Now if you're marrying out of necessity, you're marrying because you need to have a husband, you need to have a wife, or society or the part of the world that you come from, or whatever belief system you come from requires you to have a marriage. Now if you're marrying out of abundance, however, this is a marriage that is founded on overflowingness. Yeah, you have so much, you want to enjoy it with someone, so much love, so much kindness, you have so much resources that you need someone to share them with. So the difference now comes here. Yeah, when you're marrying out of necessity, there's going to be parameters that you're going to be looking at, the things that you're going to be gauging, that you're going to be looking for in your partner, and if they don't have them, well, you don't qualify to be your partner. Now if you're marrying out of abundance, you don't necessarily need that many requirements, because as it is, out of your abundance, you don't really need them to add anything in your life. If you're being honest, like, you don't need them to make you feel complete. Yeah, all you want is someone to love, and what you'll have for them is terms and conditions. But for the other one, the thing you're going to be having for them is expectations, and these expectations are not terms and conditions per se, but they are things that they bring to the table. That is why this conversation of what do you bring to the table is a conversation that is usually had by people who are marrying out of necessity. Why? Because there needs to be contributions from both parties. But for the men who are marrying out of abundance, they usually, in most times, require very little from their wives. Yeah, and even in extreme cases, most of them are marrying trophy wives. You know, these beautiful wives who don't necessarily have any responsibilities. So what point am I driving to? The point I'm driving to is this: before you get into marriage, figure out the kind of template that you want for your marriage. Are you marrying out of necessity or out of abundance? And then you need to understand clearly what comes with each and what are the expectations for each, because trust you me, they are not the same. And if you apply the principles of one type of marriage on the other, it fails completely. Yeah, abundance and necessity require different things, and they require different operating standards, and that's what you need to be aware of. So figure out the kind of marriage you want first, and then commit to it. All right? And if also you're not one who subscribes to marriage, fair point. See you in the next one.